King is back. In this video, I'm going to give you all a first look at the recently re-released Altra King MT2. Hey everyone, Knowledge here with Reach Your Summit. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited to share this video with all of you. Those of you who have seen my videos on my channel, who have seen me out on the trail, or have followed me along over the years, know that Altra footwear is my go-to and just what works best for me. Over the years, I've been wearing the Altra Lone Peaks, also been wearing the Altra Mont Blanc, the Altra Timp, the Altra Superior, and the Altra Olympus. The zero drop or balance cushioning that a lot of their shoes offer just work really well for me, my gait, my type of hiking style. I typically land in the middle of my foot and the front of my foot rather than in the heel. So when I saw that this shoe was re-released, I was really excited. In this video, I'm going to cover the specs, go over the fit, and then lastly, I will share my general first impressions, things that I like, things that I'm a little skeptical of and kind of dislike at the moment. And with all of that, and my opinions, that's all that they are. Everything is going to be subjective, especially footwear, but also any backpacking gear. It's all going to be subjective. Footwear is going to be one of the most personal choices that we all make. No 2 feet are the same, so this is going to work really well for me, but it might not work for someone else, and it might not be the appropriate shoe for somebody else. So test them out, find what works best for you, what you find to be the most comfortable, what suits your type of backpacking style the most. Overall, go with what feels the most comfortable for you. Now, this video is just a first look. I only have about 63 miles on these shoes so far. I've taken them out on a couple of short backpacking trips, and I've taken it out for a couple of very short 5-mile trail runs and a 2.5 mile day hike. So to kick things off, this shoe is going to be one of the most minimal shoes that Altra offers. It has a total stack height of 19 millimeters, still has the zero drop or balanced cushioning that a lot of Altra shoes offer. So there's no offset difference in terms of height between your heel and the front of your foot that you typically get with a lot of other shoes and hiking boots and other footwear. The total cost for this shoe is $150. And on my scale, I went with a pair of men's size 11.5, and the total weight for the pair of these shoes weigh 20.6 ounces. The shoe still has Altra's foot shape, and out of the 3 widths that Altra offers for their shoes, this has the standard foot shape, which is in the middle of their slim foot shape, and the original foot shape. The midsole is made out of Altra's Ego foam, and sandwiched with that is a stone guard for rock and root protection. And then the outsole uses Vibram light base and Vibram mega grip. Also have drain holes in the bottom within part of the outsole. A really nice durable upper to the shoe, some laser cut drain holes in the outside and the front, a Velcro gator trap on the back, and a clip in the front for using trail gaiters with the shoe. To round things out, a really nice, comfortable and secure heel cup, padded tongue. The laces are a generous length, and it also has a Velcro strap going over the top for extra security and to give the shoe a little bit more rigidity if needed. For the fit of the King MT2, because this uses the standard foot shape, I do find it to fit a little bit smaller than my normal size. So with this shoe, I went up to a men's size 11.5, as I mentioned. With a lot of the original foot shape shoes like the Altra Olympus and the Ultra Lone Peak, I wear a men's size 11. And with other standard fit shoes like the Ultra Timp 5, I wear 11.5 as well. Now, if you've worn the Altra King MT2 in the past, from what I've read, nothing has changed with the shoe. So if you're used to wearing the shoe, if you're used to the fit, all of that hasn't changed. It's just they brought it back, and I'm super happy that they did. This has been a great shoe so far. I love the Lone Peak. That's been my go-to for years, but whenever I want something that has a little bit more ground feel, this is what I will be going with. The shoe was designed more for trail running and racing, but I'm going to be using it for a lot of backpacking as well. Long distance hiking. I love having ground feel while still having a good amount of protection underfoot and not having it be too minimal. And that's why the Lone Peak has been one of my go-tos over the years. It's kind of a happy medium between some of the more minimal shoes and the max cushion shoes. So in comparison, 19 millimeter stack height for the King MT2, 21 millimeter stack height for the Ultra Superior, 25 millimeter stack height for the Ultra Lone Peak, 29 millimeter stack height for the Ultra Timp, and a 33 millimeter stack height for the Ultra Olympus. So the shoe is stiff, very responsive, still has a good amount of cushion to it. I feel very comfortable in the shoe. I love getting all of that ground feel with roots and rocks that I'm hiking on, but still having the protection with the stone guard. Vibram light base with the Mega Grip is fantastic. Excellent grip, sheds mud really well. I have had the shoe out in some very moderate rain, nothing too heavy, nothing too light, and I found the shoe to breathe really well. It dried fast. I love the drain ports down at the bottom of the shoe. As you're walking, it helps you release the water that's inside of the shoe a little quicker than some other shoes. The Velcro strap helps keep things locked in just a little bit more than you might get with a traditional shoe. The laser cutouts on the outside upper of the shoe are the same as the previous King M2 before it was discontinued, but it also reminds me of what you can find on the Ultra Lone Peak 6. I find that that helps displace water that might get inside of the shoe a little bit quicker too. Helps speed up the drying time a little bit if you're out in heavy rain. The whole upper also reminds me of what was found in the Lone Peak 6. The Lone Peak 6 is one of my favorite Lone Peaks that I've worn over the years on the trail. Your mileage may vary. I got upwards of 800 trail miles in one of those shoes before I had to replace them with another pair of Lone Peak 6s. I find the heel cup to be really nice, well defined, keeps my heel nice and snug and secure, and it does feel a little bit wider than some of the other shoes that I've worn from Altra. Wider in the sense that it feels a little bit more like the Lone Peak to me, but it's still not going to have that overall original foot shape for the width. And what do I dislike about the shoe? Not much. If I were to change anything with these shoes, it would probably be the laces. I'm a little skeptical with those at the moment, but only time will tell with how these laces hold up. I do find them to get caught on the Velcro pretty easily. I wish that the laces that came with these shoes had a little bit more texture to it and were a little thicker, similar to what you find on the Ultra Lone Peaks and the Ultra Olympus. But aside from that, I can't really nitpick or find anything at the moment that I don't like about this shoe. For longer mileage, I'd say I would probably wish to have a little bit more cushion, like the Lone Peak offers, but still have the Vibram outsole. But if I'm planning on doing that type of hiking each day, 25, 30 plus miles, I'll probably go with the Lone Peak, or I might go with the Altra Timp 5, which I've been pretty happy with this year. I am planning on putting out my annual gear update in the next couple of months, so check back to the channel to see that. I will be going over the Altra Timp 5, the Lone Peak 8s, which I have on right now, and a whole bunch of other clothing and gear that I've been using this year. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see that and be notified when that comes out. Hit the notification bell if I'm doing something a little bit more minimal with mileage each day, or if I'm still doing that higher mileage but it's going to be very wet and very muddy, very technical, then I will go with this shoe. But that's all I have for you at the moment for this shoe. Again, this is just a first look. As I get more and more mileage in on this shoe, then I will definitely put something else together, going over how this has been holding up, how it's been performing for me. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this holds up and how it performs. I hope that you all enjoyed this first look. I hope that you found it helpful. Have any of you also picked up the re-released Ultra King MT2? What are your first impressions? What are your thoughts? What do you like and dislike about the shoe? I'd love to hear it. Leave it in a comment below, or you can contact me at any time at reachyoursummit.net. And if you have any questions about this shoe or anything else in my other videos, please feel free to leave them in a comment below as well, or you can also contact me at reachyoursummit.net. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all getting out and enjoying some time on the trails. And until the next one, see you on the trail.